Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today I got Robert Miano. But I wanted to come on here real quick and give a couple shout outs and let you guys know what I got coming in the future. I got some major things going on. I've been working constantly, getting interviews done. I have some exclusive content you will not see anywhere else. And people are going to be like, wow, when I show them what it is, who it is, and all that stuff. But I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. I can't wait to show you guys. And it shouldn't be long. But until then, I have a lot of new content I'm going to be dropping. There's another part to this interview. This is part 3. There's 4 parts. And then I have so many. Hold on. JC from Wrong to Strong. Got a bunch with him. Then I have Jamie Tall, her name is. She told me her story. Incredible story about recovery. And I'm not going to keep you guys. I just wanted to pop on here. I'm going to play it short for you guys. Give you a little hint on what I got to come. If I can find it. What's going on with everyone out there? There's New Ramundi. There's Frank DiMatteo. I got another interview with him. There's 2 more with Frank. There's 2 unreleased Ramundis. There's another John Greshner interview dropping. Shout out to Mike Marino. Go subscribe to Felons Talk. He's got a really good channel. So check this short out real quick. You guys can get a hint of what I got to come. And I don't know if I played you guys a clip of... it's hard for me to pronounce his name. Caro? I think it's Caro. And he told me his story. He's Albanian. And he talks about the real Albanian gangsters. So check this clip out.
What's going on? I'm Punch. I'm the only American Pink Panther. And I'm chatting with Stacks. What are you doing?
Big things on the way. If you guys don't know who that is, that's Punch from the American Pink Panthers. They committed the largest robberies in U.S. history, the largest jewel heist. Larry Lawton ain't got nothing on this guy. So you definitely want to listen to his story. And some of them, well, let me just let him explain it to you. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys without any further ado. Robert Miano, part 3. Enjoy. Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today I got Robert Miano.
90% of the acting is listening, okay? It's listening and responding truthfully. It's behaving truthfully in imaginary circumstances, right? So given these facts and these circumstances, how would it be for me? So you live in that question, you know? And so get some good headshots. Get somebody that knows how to do headshots. Get yourself some headshots. And, so many people, just network and find find someone that has an agent, get a referral, and they know who you are, and submit your resume and your picture, and say, hey, listen, I'd love to, I'd like to get in, I'd like to go out and audition. You falling asleep on me?
No, not at all. I'm listening.
He says,
So
no,
do,
and then you
do
go
you
out.
feel like you get typecast a lot as the mob guy?
I'm gonna go now and play the Archbishop in this role. So I've played Daniel in the book of Daniel. I've played priests. I've played doctors. I've played lawyers. So yes, I do get typecast as most of the roles I play are gangsters. Okay.
Mhm.
Most of them. Yeah, I would say so. But there's so many other roles that I play, and because I feel that I claim it all.
What's your favorite roles to play?
My favorite role?
Yeah.
The one I'm doing at the moment.
Whatever you got going on at the moment.
Whatever's going on in the moment. That's all we have, Billy, is the moment.
You
That's
got
it.
that right.
Everything else is a fantasy, is a fairy tale, is memories. It doesn't mean any. It's not real. The only thing is real is you and me right now. That's real. And the person that you're sitting across from is the most important person in your life at that moment.
You're right.
There it is. That's really the scoop. That's it. That's just, that's the deal. So look, like I said, it's relentless pursuit. There's rejection. So what? So what? What so? And that's it. You just you keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. And if that's your dream and you want to act, if you really want to act, you do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like I said, find somebody to work, find an agent, get some good pictures, and have them send you out an audition, and you'll book because you're a real type. When I say that, I don't want to limit you, but you're a definite type. Now, I mean, the gangster roles you do, like, it's like that's easy for you, but that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
You can do.
Do you think you can get financial stability being an actor?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that I would be able to get financial stability being an actor?
Eventually. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. It's different for everyone. I mean, tomorrow you could meet, they'll be casting something and, in some movie, and you get into it, you do it, and then somebody sees you in that movie and says, hey, I like this guy. Put you in another movie, work begets work. Hey, anything is possible. So to answer your question, anything is possible. Yeah.
I mean, I've been through a lot with even having this podcast. I get rejection all the time. I get a lot of people that I interview. Some people deny the interviews. Some people don't want to do it. Some people will blow me off. Some people are too Hollywood for me. I don't know.
Ah, you're good, man. I mean, hey, listen, in life, you don't get rid of people, they get rid of themselves, So, listen, for me, I got to be honest with you. I look forward to this. This is like, I'm grateful to be able to do this with you.
I'm grateful to have you here.
Yeah, so that's it. We live in gratitude and we appreciate what we have. And the more we appreciate what we have, the more it appreciates,
Yeah.
So you just keep doing what you're doing, and just follow your dream, follow that instinct, that whatever that bliss is, whatever you have in your heart that you want to do, you do it. Yeah. And to answer your question, yes, you can, look, it took me time, but I was able to, to earn a living doing this. Am I super rich? No. I have I'm able to keep going. I support myself. I do it. You know, I've got a pension. You know,
What about when the strike was going on? Did it affect you?
I got work because I would do non-union stuff. You know, I don't limit myself. I don't think anybody should limit anybody from working. You know, I mean, I don't I don't buy that. And you see some of these big stars, they're financial core. So they're like a non-member of SAG. That's how they get around it. But yeah, I did okay. I worked. I was doing these little movies. We did these movies. Yeah.
Do you think getting in SAG is a good idea?
At some point, yeah. But wait until you get a SAG role, and then I think they Taft-Hartley you. But you don't have to spend that money, if you want, but then, yeah, then you feel like you only can do SAG films. There's a lot of stuff that you might do now independently, these low budget independent films, just to get yourself in front of the camera, So I mean, then you have to pay dues when you're with SAG. I don't know. That's your call. I would wait and wait till you get a SAG job, and then you have to join. But until then, why? They're not going to give you any. They're not going to give you any work.
No, right?
No, they don't. They don't.
And you can do a SAG role and not be a part of SAG, right?
Well, what they do is if you get a SAG, if you get a role in a SAG film, then they Taft-Hartley you become SAG. Then you join.
But you have the option not to join, or you have to.
Well, if you don't, but why would you then? But if you don't join, then you don't get the role.
Oh, so either way, you have to join.
Yeah, so you join. It's okay. So you join SAG. Yeah, they do look at your IMDb rating. They look at that, and that's unfortunately it's a class system. It's there's guys they're going to hire guys before me that have a better rating.
Yeah.
A TV rating. That's how they cast you in these shows, in these series. They look for a guy that has a TV rating. So, I got in this groove, and I just ride this. But I've been fortunate. I've worked in, through networking and whatever, in $100 million movies and $100,000 movies. So I don't discriminate.
I know you're very professional with your with the way you work. I can tell.
I've been doing it a long time, Billy.
Yeah.
It's, as they say, it's not my first rodeo. I've done over I don't know how many, a lot of films. A lot.
Back when you were playing stickball, did you ever think that would be your life?
I always wanted to act. I was a singer. That came to me easy. I could get up in front of, hundreds of people, thousands, and rock and sing. The acting took time for me to master, and I still study. I still go to the actor studio, and I put work up at the actor studio, and they critique me, and I keep learning.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever stop learning. I think once you stop learning, you stop growing.
You're right about that.
Yeah. So I put myself out there, and I love it. It's a chance for me to, work on a stage. And yeah, so I just encourage people to go for it. Just go for it, man. You have nothing to lose. If that's what you really want to do, yeah. That's how you get. That's how I got started, man. I got this like I said, I got a casting director to recommend an agent. I called them, and they took me on, and the rest is history.
So what was it like to be on the set of Donnie Brasco?
Well,
Was there real gangsters on the set, and you met the real
real
Donnie Brasco,
gangsters.
right?
No, I met real gangsters after that. I was actually, when I was singing, I was managed by a guy who was a soldier in the Colombo family. This guy Julie, great guy, and so I met those guys, and as I travel around, they loved that role of Sonny Red. They would always come on, they felt like I was one of their, whatever. I always had that connection with them. On the set, I don't remember. They might have been, but it was. I remember working in New York. It was cold as hell. We were down in Mulberry Street, and it was cold, man. But I was on the set, and there I'm waiting to do my scene with Pacino and Johnny Depp, and that was, that was exciting. That was exciting. It was, that was something. That was really something. To work with Al, that was something. Yeah.
After that role was done, did you feel like you were getting a lot of recognition because of that role?
I got some recognition after that. There was some reason. There was definitely recognition after that, where people would see me, they'd recognize me, blah blah blah. Did it catapult me? Did I? There was recognition. Yeah, yeah. So this is my story. Not to compare yourself with anyone, because we're all on a different journey, man. And we all, I say what's his is his and what's not is not. So we all have our own journey, and it's not to be compared with the next guy. So, and I look at, I mean, I look at, I worked with some great guys. I had the privilege of really working with, like guys like Chris Walken and Benicio del Toro, and on and on. Not De Niro, Jerry, what was it? Jeremy Irons, yeah, in Dungeons and Dragons, The Funeral, Abel Ferrara directing. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of good people. Yeah, Thick as Thieves, and yeah, all through the years. When I was starting out, I was in a film with Sally Fields and Jeff Bridges called "Kiss Me Goodbye." I worked in a small role with Jack Lemmon and Jean-Pierre Rougeau. So all through the years, I've been able to to work with some what's his name, who just passed away. He was great actor. Why is my brain not working? He did Thief. What the hell's his name? Jimmy Caan. I worked with
James Caan. Yeah, James Caan.
James Caan. I worked with James. God, so yeah, I've worked with some great actors. I worked with Giancarlo Giannini. Wow, that to me that was of all of them, to me that was a thrill to work with Giancarlo. That was great. He was great. So yeah, I listen, Billy, I've been blessed. I don't know why. I think it's because I I followed the dream.
You didn't give up.
I didn't give up. That's it. And because I didn't give up, it kept it kept getting better and better, and like I said, work begets work. And who knows? I believe that the best could still be right in front of me, even at this point. You never know.
What's good, everybody? I hope you guys like part 3. Part 4 will be out probably tomorrow. And I got so much content to show you guys. I have Robert McNeese. I'm going to play another episode that I did with him. Check this out.
Yeah. You know, like Vic Amuso, Vic Arena, all these guys, they used to associate with them. They just stopped because of it, Big Mark stopped talking. I mean, just a lot of people. Mark Ryder, you ever hear of him?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he was associated with Gotti. But but I would always talk to him. I didn't give a fuck. He was, to me, he was my friend. So I didn't care. So but I would go into a cell block and we'd hang out and shit. And he was an avid reader. He would read a lot. So and I was too. So we'd exchange books and shit. He was a good dude.
So I have so much content to show you guys. I'm going to start uploading some things. And don't forget, there's a new series dropping. You ain't going to see it anywhere else.
What's going on? I'm Punch. I'm the only American Pink Panther, and I'm chatting with Stacks. What are you doing?
That one's going to be good. You guys don't want to miss it. And don't forget, part 2 of Dominic and Joe Barone's little mafia love story. It's going to be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't miss it. I hope you guys enjoy this content. I'll see you later. And remember, don't be a bitch.